Many people are drawn to the open theory that a mysterious DNA test can provide the most accurate and accountable information of one's family traits by percentage and/or location, but they fail to notice that all district and Supreme Courts legally do not recognize nor approve of any DNA genealogy test results as documented proof of one's true identity of nationality. What these money-hungry companies do not tell you, or rather do not show you, is what really happens when a person hands over their real and private data to the majority of these popular DNA test companies. Companies like 23andMe and Ancestry DNA, etc. have created a way to secretly make you agree with allowing these companies full controllable rights over your very own DNA information. This means that these companies are literally taking your private information and selling it back for medical economic growth and research purposes to Big Farm for larger than life profits. By the way, you don't get a piece of the pie neither. They have no intentions of sharing the wealth of your data with you. This may seem harmless to some consumers, but that depends on how a person truly feels about sharing their anonymized data unwillingly to God knows who across the globe. And they cannot opt out of it once they agree to have a DNA test kit sent to them. Did you know this? There are millions of people who have no idea that this is happening due to the purposely very confusing verbiage used inside of these companies' terms of service. They do not make it user-friendly, nor do they commonly refer to their procedure as something the public should know about. Makes you wonder what else they're hiding behind curtain number 2 and 3. Furthermore, keeping the consumer in the dark as to what the company actually does with the data before purchasing the kit, during the waiting game for the results to return, and after the consumer receives the results in the mail. Another major red flag is the fact that many of these DNA test companies are requiring the consumer to participate in medical research as a condition of obtaining a genealogy test. They tend to hide that major key requirement in a safe place where they know people would not be careful enough to check and read their terms for themselves. In fact, obtaining the customer's permission in this fashion is hardly informed consent, which is a direct prerequisite for subjects' participation in research. Genealogy tracking has become big business, with many companies charging up to $1,000 to trace your DNA to specific historical figures or ethnic groups in a distant past by analyzing ancestry tests. A group of scientists now offers a public warning that these ancestry tests have little scientific backing and are often so unreliable and inaccurate that they amount to genetic astrology. Though advertisements for some ancestry testing companies give the impression that your unique DNA genealogy can tell you a specific story about your ancestry, the scientists say that the same history you get could be given to thousands of other people with or without a similar ethnic background, and that any number of different possible interpretations could come from your DNA results. I'm just here to make you think.